Hey guys, I want to talk about the other woman. And not in a sense of what you're thinking, because you're saying, oh, some guy's married and has a mistress. Oh no. The primary woman in this guy's life is his mom. And I'll tell you my experience before I dive into the show I Love a Mama's Boy on, I believe it's on Hulu. If you haven't checked it out, you need to run, turn it on, and rewatch it because I think I threw up in my mouth more often than I care to admit. So I'm going to back up and tell you my own experience years ago after I was divorced the first time I met someone who was a mama's boy. And this is the type of guy that has a very unhealthy relationship with a mom who has morphed herself into being a son's partner rather than parent. They have an unhealthy obsession or attachment to their son. They baby them, they enable them, they stifle them, and they allow their sons the opportunity to live at home or be financially reliant on them in some sort of way. It's very strange. It's almost as if the son is reliant on the mom to get an ego stroke or say that their son's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's really very quite strange. So in my case, I married someone and it didn't last because I realized I thought I could save that person and I just couldn't because he had everyone else enabling him to be stuck in life in general. So anyways, I want to talk about this show. I Love a Mama's Boy, and the dynamic of Shakeb, Emily, and Shakeb's mom, Layla. So what I see happening in a lot of these relationships is the mom has attached herself to the son is a partner, whether it's I'm not going to say necessarily romantic because I don't think they're crossing the line, but it is gross seeing the mom touch and groom their sons, whether they're massaging their feet or shaving their back because they're hairy or what. It's just weird. And so Layla, in this situation, the mom of Shakeb, tells her son, I'll die if you leave and you'll never leave me. And Shakeb still lives at home. He's around 30 years old. I don't know what he does for work. But he's been with Emily for a couple of years. In the first couple of years, the relationship, I believe, was hidden because he knew his mom wouldn't approve. And then Layla met Emily and basically called her a pig to her face and said, you're never going to be good enough for my son. And she won't look him in the eye. It's the most disheartening, disgusting thing I've probably ever seen. Not only that, Emily chooses to stay. Emily's mom tells her to leave. And I believe in most situations in this show that any family member of a woman or a girl who is in this type of situation, if they stand up at the altar and they say, does anyone object? The whole family should object and walk out. No one should be supporting a young woman who's being abused by a guy's mother, a future mother-in-law. It has got to be one of the most disheartening situations I've seen in a long time. So anyways, watch the show. Layla, have got to be one of the most vile people I've ever witnessed on television. And if this isn't an act, you should never be a mother-in-law, much less a grandmother, because the way you treat your son's girlfriend, I don't think she would ever allow you to be around her kids. And they would probably end up divorced, and then your grandchildren, you'll never see them, because that is, I can't even wrap my head around it. But check it out. Let me know your thoughts, and I will be back.